Hey, everybody, welcome back to Late Night Snacks. We are 3/4 of your snacks team here with you tonight to discuss RuPaul's Drag Race Season 13. But tonight we are going to be meeting the queens. So we will break it down, introduce you guys to the queens, to each one for Season 13. Which does begin, let me mention, January 1st on VH1 for New Year's Day. And that's a Friday, so it will be at the same time. RuPaul always comes on Fridays at 7 p.m. Central. So you guys, I just know that's my time. So you guys figure out the other times. Everybody knows when their RuPaul comes on. So, So yeah, I mean, we have a great, well, let me start. I'm Irish Melly, along with the amazing that guy, and along with the beautiful but quiet. Just so everybody knows, DeWanda's having a little bit of her throat's not feeling too great. She sounds like she's got a frog stuck in it, so she won't be doing a whole lot of talking this stream. But she is here. So yeah, I mean, do you want to just go down the list?
All right, let me share this screen.
Sure, yeah. Well, first off, did we talk about Season 13? What we know, what we've learned, what there's going to be differences this season? There's new rules
before, but we could in this stream.
Huh?
I said we did in a previous stream, but we can mention it in this one.
Oh, we did? Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't know if we went into detail with it. Yeah, I don't have the article right in front of me. I just know that there's going to be new elimination rules. I mean, it sounds like a big publicity stunt to me, but a majority of it, we'll see how it goes. Because if you look at the trailer looks like all of those seasons of RuPaul. It doesn't look any drastically different.
Yeah.
But they just said there's going to be new elimination rules. There's probably going to be some new elimination gimmick in the first part of it, and it's going to play out the same way, I would imagine. But we'll see. No, I didn't see any of this.
And from what we heard, there's going to be multiple lip syncs, right?
Multiple lip syncs.
Yeah, multiple eliminations, yeah. Or multiple possible eliminations or some shit.
So it's going to be interesting to see how they do it and how they work it out and, do these extra lip syncs and everything.
What the rule actually is.
Yeah.
I don't think they've actually said what the rule is yet. Have they? They just said that there's going to be a new rule. And it's going to shake the game up forever. And do you think you know anything? You know nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, 90% of it's probably just a stunt, but there's going to be something new, obviously.
Right.
Yep.
Let me go ahead
and then the whole COVID stuff, it doesn't look like they've done anything on the preview. Maybe they're just hiding it. It's weird.
Oh, yeah.
We might not see it until it starts. Whether they've made any changes or not.
Well, unless
they are dubbing this the Renaissance of Drag Race.
Mm-hmm. All right, you guys, let me know when you want me to share the screen and we can get this started.
Go ahead. Yep. So we meet the queens. Are there 13?
Yes.
As always. No returning queens this season. They're all new.
No.
All new.
Not that we know of. Not for the main cast, but that doesn't mean people won't pop in or show up. Right. And then we'll always have our guest judges. So.
Yeah, there's nobody to compete that's refreshed.
Right.
They're all new. Now this was a season of
it's a very diverse cast of queens.
It has been officially announced, I believe, that Lady Red was cast this season. She was set to film, and we all know what happened. So, I wonder if they're going to do any tribute to her or anything on the show. I doubt it, considering that she didn't start, but at the same time, she's such a huge, member of the community. So, it'll be interesting to see what they say. But she was cast. She was official cast member. So that was cast member 0. Poor Lady Red. We love you. So who we got here?
All right, so this is...
Who's this bitch?
Denali. This is Denali.
This bitch.
I can't see it.
This is Denali.
Denali
That's her name, Denali.
Oh god, it's gonna be hard for me to see them just for those little pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Is this going in order of the Meet the Queens?
Yes.
This is
Yes.
the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this one is the really seasoned queen. If we're going in that order, this is the one that was really knows the show inside and out, knows Trek inside and out. Has been doing this for 20 something years, I believe. Has worked with many of the Ru girls. Has been in almost like has been part of that family for so long that it's like, why hasn't she been on the show? Yeah, kind of deal. And these are the people to watch. These are the people that really, unfortunately, don't do well. They come in there and they fall pretty quickly. Mayhem Miller was one of them that came in. So it'd be interesting. She's got a lot of confidence. She's got a lot of star power in her. She's got that it factor, definitely. But we'll see how her confidence does going into that. For sure. That's all I remember about her. Kind of.
Kind of.
This is Elliott with 2 T's.
Now this is Elliott is going to be.
Elliott.
I guarantee you, Elliott is going to steal the camera. Elliott's going to be the star of this show.
I felt that too
focus on
with
her.
Elliott's interview. Very much. Yeah. I think it's going to be definitely a scene stealer type of thing for sure.
Yeah. Well,
And
his
she's very
backstory,
classy. She holds herself to like her style's more of like high fashion couture kind of, you know.
She's a trans female to male drag queen.
No, that's
got
used
Mick.
for the show.
That's got Mick.
Oh, that's Mick. Oh, I'm
That's
thinking
the next one.
Which is
this
this
oh,
one
okay.
right
So
here.
this
This has
Elliott?
got Mick.
okay. Yeah, we'll go back. I'm out of order then.
We'll go back.
So
I'll
this
go
one
back
is.
one. There we go.
I was talking about Mick
This-
then. I was talking about Mick.
this is-
Let's
this is
hear what I'm
Elliott's
saying
now.
about this one. I'm not trying to think of her interview. Shit. Why am I drawing a blank on her?
No.
What'd
But
she talk
Elliott,
about?
very much as you were saying, you were correct though. Elliott's very much going to be a scene stealer. Elliott's one of the ones that's been doing this for about, I believe it was 12 or 14 years. So Elliott's been doing it for quite some time. And this is, like I was saying, Elliott's very more high fashion drag, more couture type of drag.
Mhm.
I gotta see. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. Just go on. The next one. I was talking about the next one, obviously, about Milk. Mick.
Got Mick.
See, I even did.
And I love that.
everybody else
And
does.
you know, when we first saw it, we thought it said Milk too, until we realized. And the first thing, well, one of the first things that she mentions in her interview is how people do that all the time, and she's
They always do
constantly correcting people that it's Mick, not Milk. So, and she said, even though it's supposed to look like that, but she said, so she's second thinking maybe that name choice.
She is the first trans.
Yes, she is the first
Is it-
trans
Milk
female to male.
Milk is. Yes, female to male drag queen, and so this is going to be huge for the show because the show has a very negative reputation for trans. RuPaul has had some pretty really unfavorable reactions to his reactions to trans community and participation in the show. Wait a minute. This is Elliott with 2 T's, and so by actually casting one that Ru said that he never would do, there's gonna be a lot of focus on this story. I expect this story.
Yeah,
to
I
be,
agree.
And
I think with the world,
and
with
unfortunately,
where the
expect
world
it to
is
be
right now,
okay.
yeah, and like I was saying, with the world where it is right now, and it's starting to be a little more inclusive, which we still have a long way to go. But it starts with things like this. Someone such as high up there in the hierarchy as RuPaul finally saying, you know what, I was wrong. Let's try this. That opens up doors for so many people. And like you said, this is going to be the story to watch. This is going to be the season to watch for and to see what comes of this and what happens, because it's going to set a standard for queens for seasons to come.
Oh yeah, Ellie was just confident. Oh,
Do you,
she's the Vegas
do
queen.
you want me to go back
Which is very
to Elliot?
Vegas queens are interesting to watch, huh?
Do you want me to go back
What?
to Elliot with 2 T's?
Yeah, Elliot. I was talking about. Yeah, I went back because I wanted to refresh myself on Elliot because I was drawing a blank. She's not a
There you
good
go.
first impression. But she's a Vegas queen. Vegas queens are always interesting because they're always pegged as like showgirls, and most of them aren't. But they carry that reputation from there. So there's
Yeah.
always a uphill stigma that Vegas queen going in there. So that's she's got a lot of confidence. She probably knows Chad and Chanel and the other big famous queens because she's been in the business for a while. So interesting. Anyway, but back to Mick, whatever. Yeah, I unfortunately I'm not to say anything against a particular community or what they stand for or what they're going through. I just have a feeling there's going to be a story crafted around her. They're going, VH1 and World's Wonder, and they're going to want to really make a point of it. And this is going to be good or bad for her. Different, but having
I'm
this
just
really,
hoping it's
crafted
like we
around
were
you,
talking about, where it's not that
it's
overproduced.
kind of, yeah, it's going to be. It's going to be
Yeah.
massively watched around her story. So if she
A lot
takes it
of
and runs
camera
with it
time.
and treats it positive, it should be all right. Yep. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying was going to steal the show. So we'll see. So that's her. She's cute though. She's super cute. A little cocky, but super confident.
Yeah, a little cocky.
Mm-hmm. Who we got next? She's from. Where's she from?
Next we got Joey
Chicago,
J.
isn't she?
Joey J. I love Joey J. Joey J's from LA.
Yeah. So wait. So Mick was from Chicago.
Yeah.
This one's from LA.
Yeah, we have about 3
this
queens,
one is,
I believe, from Chicago.
And a couple from New York this year.
Yeah.
I believe the first one is from New York, maybe. I'm not sure. But anyway, a couple from New York, which is typical. LA, New York, Chicago. Chicago, Atlanta, big places for queens. We got a couple we got at least one Atlanta girl. Yeah, so this one is, I can't read the names. Who are we on?
Joey J.
Joey J. I love Joey J. Joey J was the one, she came out and she said how she got a lot of flack from the drag community because she wouldn't wear a wig from the start. She said, no, I don't want to wear a wig. I want to wear my wig. And so that's like one of her funny little catchphrases now is girl, get a wig, girl, grab a wig, type of thing. But she was saying how, yeah, and she was saying her style is very much when she's out of drag, she's more feminine and relaxed. But when she's in drag, she's more boyish, more into like the studs, the leather, and the biker type of look.
Yeah,
and I think she's gorgeous. I love her look.
And
I like her attitude. She had some cockiness to her, but she didn't seem overly cocky. Definitely confident, which is what we want to see in a queen. But she wasn't overly confident where you feel that cockiness just spilling out.
She was the first one that I saw that didn't annoy me with her confidence. She had really mature confidence. And that's what I liked about her. It wasn't dramatic.
It didn't seem like it was a show. It was genuine. Whereas with a lot of the queens, these are presentations. You're not meeting that real person. You're meeting their representative. It's just like dating someone. You're meeting their representative, who they want you to see and who they want you to see them as. So I thought, it was a little refreshing. With this one, I really like this one.
I do too. Yeah, it's another experience.
And Kamora.
This one, oh Lord, this one's a mess.
Kamora, not Kamora.
Reminds me of so many.
Because she said that her influence at the time when she chose her drag name, Kamora Lee Simmons, was very big at the time in fashion and everything with baby fat and things like that. but so she said she changed it a little. So she's Kamora, not Kimora. But she's cute. She reminded me a lot of Juju.
Huh?
She reminded me
She
a lot
reminds
of
a lot of queens too. They're not Juju. Right?
Well, yeah, but more so Juju because it's more recent.
Yeah. I was just more. I forget her name. There's a girl.
And she's from Chicago.
10 or 12 that was exactly like her. Yeah, she's going to. I think she's going to. This is very typical. She's going to go about mid-season. She's going to be good entertainment for the TV, and she's going to burn out. And
yeah,
you know,
she
I just
seems
don't
cute
see
and
anything.
sweet, but I don't see her as our winner.
Yeah. This is she's just cute. Probably some bug.
This is Candy Muse.
For Christ.
Candy Muse.
Candy Muse.
This is another one. Okay, this is Asha's other drag daughter. Okay.
Yes.
Asha had Delia, or what was her name? Delia or something with her that went out first last season. And this one's the other one. And if you ever watch any of Asha's YouTube stuff or any of her any of her behind the scenes stuff, Asha has these two around her all the time, and they are just like the godmother and the stepsisters and their caddy and their all. I could not be in a room with the three of these.
Yeah,
I nonstop with them, and she comes right out of the gate like that. I mean,
yes, I was going to say with her interview, she was very much like that, and it was almost a little over the top, but it was humorous. Let me just say, it was very humorous. I found myself chuckling a little bit at the one-liners, and I was like, okay, you're probably going to have you're going to be the one that's going to throw some funny shade at girls. You're going to be the one that throws the shade right in their face, smiling and going, ha, ha, ha. You know what I mean? I could be wrong, but it's going to be interesting to see.
I have very little patience for it. I have very little patience for it because it's even with Asha on her first season. Asha came around by All Stars, but Asha's first season, it's such a show. Everything is such a presentation all the time, just for attention and not for your talent, just for attention. And I think of the three, this one might be the worst one for that in your face kind of stuff. But she's funny, so we'll see.
Yeah, she is funny. So I mean, at least there's that comical, relief aspect to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't lie, I was laughing at it. So, but I also rolled my eyes when she came on the screen too.
Yeah.
This is this is
Lalaurie.
She's from Atlanta, I believe.
This is Lalaurie,
and this is the pageant queen. This is your typical Southern queen, full of glamour, full of glitz, full of manners and poshness, and everything done meticulously. I believe this is the one, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. She was known for being a pageant girl.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be. What did she say? She said you have to be top tier. Makeup has to be on point. Hair has to be on point. But we also have other types of girls: beauty queens, ghetto queens. And she said she's a mix of all of that in one.
Wait a minute. I got the wrong person. I think. Hold on.
Well, no, she's the pageant one. I think she's the only one that's pageant. And she talks about how she. Very much because she's new in the scene. If I remember correctly, she's only been doing drag for about 3 years.
Wait. Reverse. Okay, I did get a mix up. Yeah, this is the new one. She reminded me. She's only been doing it for 3 years. This one, this one's not together.
And she was saying how
I feel really bad for her.
Used to wear a lot of black, and that because black is slimming, and that was all she would do, and that's how she did her drag. And she said she finally one day realized that there's nothing wrong with color.
She's gonna have a personality like Shangela to shine in this show and to move forward because she does not have the experience that these girls have. You can tell. You just and that's why it's going to be interesting to see who takes her under their wing.
Somebody's going to take her under. You know what I mean? And help her.
Not necessarily. When some girls like this, they burn out quick. They burn out first. So
right. Usually, a lot of times, that's where we see they can't handle the pressure.
Yeah.
and they
But she
can't
is from
handle the
Atlanta.
time
She reminds me of
crunches.
Los Angeles.
But it is.
The next one is the exact opposite. The next one is the extremely seasoned queen from the
Oh, and
South, or from New
she's
York, I
also
believe.
let me mention she's also Lala Ree. She's also which every time I say that I'm thinking of Kathy Bates in Coven. Um but she's
Uh-huh.
formerly trained in ballet, hip hop, jazz, and more dance styles as well. So
Now this
she's got a lot of experience behind her, just not a lot of drag experience. So it's going to be very interesting to see. She might handle the pressure well because of all this experience. Think about all these kids who are under, when you've been doing this stuff since you're 12, 13, 14, or even younger, you have all that pressure from your parents, your teachers, everyone, pushing you and pushing you.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. She might handle it well.
now this
Well,
is
what bothered me of Lullery, and you could tell her inexperience, and I'm still on Lullery really quick. What you can tell with Lullery's inexperience and just unpolishedness is the way she carried herself in an interview was very. I've got to be a drag queen. I've got to use all of the drag queen words and expressions and stuff all in one sentence to let everybody know that I'm playing the game.
Yeah,
So
and
it was all
that's
the,
but
oh,
you know what? You're right. I noticed that.
It was. Oh,
But
yeah.
to her defense, I
just
mean,
shows
we
the
did just say she's a baby to this drag scene. So maybe she's feeling
Oh,
not
yeah,
that
she's
she's
totally.
overconfident, maybe she's not confident enough. So she's compensating for that to try and make it
No, I
seem like
did.
she's more confident. You know what I mean?
Bingo, baby, right there. That's exactly what I think.
Yeah.
So we'll see. She's one to watch.
She is one to
We've
watch
gone
for
crazy.
sure.
The next one is
Right.
she's experienced.
this
The
is
next one is
Olivia.
polished. She's funny.
This
She's
is
charming.
this is
Charismatic.
this
This
is
one's got the
Olivia.
X factor right here. She's
Hold
one to
on.
watch. This is another one for me.
Go ahead, Wanda.
This is Olivia
What?
Lux.
Remember, you got to be quiet when she talks because she
Yes.
can't talk over you.
I can hear
Yeah,
it.
this is Olivia Lux.
Olivia Lux, which right there in the name tells you she's about luxurious things. She's about luxury, she's a glamour queen. You see it.
But
And
what I like about this one,
she's from Brooklyn.
Yeah, she's real. I like this one.
And
You didn't get a sense of show with her.
And she's a singer. That's her big thing. Obviously, we know they don't get a chance to sing. We lip sync, which is we don't really sing, but still, that means that she's a performer. She knows how to perform.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, she seems that she knows,
and apparently she makes her own clothing
what
too,
she represents.
which is interesting. We don't see that with a lot of the newer
Yeah, I
glamour
like
queens making their own clothing.
This is of all the queens going through them. This is the first one that I picked. That was like, okay, this one's one to watch. This one's important. Of course, she goes out first, so I'd feel like a fool, but this is one to watch.
And she likes to call herself the Alicia Keys of drag, not the Alexis Mateo lesbian version, but the traditional one with the box braids and big hair in the back. Ouch. Oh, damn, girl. You aren't even on the show yet and you're throwing shade. And I love Alexis. You guys know how I felt about Alexis. I love her.
Now this is Rose.
This one I didn't see, I don't think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and obviously you see she wears the rosé color. She said the theme is hideous rosé, white powdered from the chest up, and not much else. And she says that that's basically her promo look.
I believe.
And she said to clarify rosé at hideous,
really
and that just means a bit of unblended powder on her chest, tops whatever regular folks wear for everyday attire.
Okay, this is the one. All right. So Rosé to me was she's a stick. She's a stick. She's an act. Everything is an act.
Funny,
Everything
funny,
is put on.
funny.
We
She's
don't know who
funny.
this person is. Well, I don't even know if it's funny for me. It's just more. It's more fake. It's all an act. There's nothing
Yeah.
of her that she's presenting to the audience yet. Nothing. It's all I've got the rosé, and here and this is what the rosé means to me, and this is what the colors mean to me, and nothing of who she is. Everything was this shit of who was there, and then and most of the time those type of queens get called, to be themselves, and so we'll see if she can crack out of this persona that she's presenting right here and be a little bit real, because she's not being real
And
right
you know
now.
what? Actually, I wanna point out real quick,
Another New York queen.
that as you mentioned that when they asked her to list her skills, she chose to list them in this order: 1, laughter; 2, sweat; and 3, live vocals. And she's all about her vocal. And it's like, there's nothing wrong with talking about yourself if you know you're good, but when you're not, it seemed overcompensativeness. Like,
Yes,
you know,
to me, it seemed yeah. She was compensating for something, yeah, absolutely. But she's also a New York queen. She's also theatric, and the typical Broadway queen that that we've got on there. So we'll see. She knows Jan.
Yeah, that
We
her
all know
and
how
Jan
I
are
feel about that.
part
Maybe
of
that's why
a
it rubbed me the wrong way.
musical trio.
Yeah, and Jan always rubbed me the wrong way, and she's very much that Jan persona, and Jan was very fake as well.
They were on
So
America's Got Talent.
same.
They auditioned for America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
They did the infamous Madonna Rusical challenge.
Yeah. Yeah. So she talked about Jan quite a bit.
Yeah, and she did.
Moving on.
Yeah, she talked a lot about
she'll
Jan.
bug me from the start.
All right,
she'll bug
and
me
then
from the start.
This is Symone.
Symone, who, just so you guys know, is who I chose. Wait, wrong side, on my background tonight, because I am all about that hair, and I loved the theme that we're going with for this season is break the mold. So I thought that right there, she embodies break the mold for me for this season. Everybody else had something I've seen before, but for their promo shoot, I was like, "You work it, girl. Damn." She's she's got confidence. If you even not without knowing her interview, just looking at her photo, she has the confidence. Obviously, she holds herself well, but she looks like she's going to be fun.
Oh yeah,
I could be wrong. I did see
the beginning of this. It's not racist. She's typical black drag queen funny. She's real in your face. She's real gimmicky. She's real, real quick on the kind of limericks and stuff with her language. She's cute. She's super cute.
Well, they started out her interview with her saying she knows she's pretty.
She's really funny because I think all of her confidence or talking about herself and everything is all part of her little shtick, part of her gag or whatever.
And she's good friends with Kiki Good, so, by the way. Let's mention that from last season.
Yeah. I like this one.
I believe that Gigi did her hair.
This is it. If I could show one good chicken leg, those type of things. She's really good with language, real funny with the language.
Yeah, I think you might be right, DeWanda. I think you're right. I think Gigi did do her hair.
Oh, probably.
And let's see. She says, calling her signature facial and verbal contortions Symoneisms, partially inspired by Bette Midler's performance in Hocus Pocus. And she said fans will soon grow to love it. She just, like you said, she seems funny.
Oh, yeah. She's the type that can come in and steal a room. She has the it factor as well. Absolutely.
Yep.
And then
balling and crying and balling.
This one right here. This is our seasoned
Tamisha Iman.
This is your pageant queen. Isn't this the one that was really kept up?
She's been
Industry
in the
forever. Yeah.
She's been in the industry for 30 years.
Yeah, she's a veteran.
Yeah. And those veterans, man, they get eaten up sometimes.
And this is Tamisha Iman. Is her name?
What?
She is a matriarch like no other drag race queen before her, a 30-year veteran of the Southern pageant circuit.
That's the one I was talking about. This is the one I was remembering. She's going to come in. She's going to mother the competition. She's going to mother the other girls.
She's from Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but every cliche that's going to fall that is going to fall right with her. She is their mother.
She's a cancer survivor. She has scores of children, some biologically her own flesh and blood, plus the 78 chosen kids she's adopted into her family to carry on the legacy of her dynasty drag house.
Her dynasty drag house is what?
She's virtually shaped an entire Georgian generation with glitz and finesse.
Well, all right, Mama. Do your thing.
So I'm going to be interested to see how far she goes because, like you said, we've seen this show eat up veterans before. We've seen them go further, but we've also seen veterans eaten up on this show. Some of these young bucks come in and, you know.
Yeah, it's just, the young bucks, they demand the camera time. They get the attention. They're the funnier ones. They're acting out. They're cutting up. And these matriarchs, they try and keep everything classy and professional and keep everybody in line and keep everybody advice. You know, they have the advice for everybody and blah, blah. They just get life. They just get lost in the competition. If you've seen it every single season.
Yeah. So
we'll see. We'll see how she does. And she seems another one that's very quiet, very demure, very posh in her way. So,
speaking of funny, our next queen
is Tina Burner.
She's a comedy queen. That's her shtick. She just is. She's not a glamour queen. She's a comedy queen, and she can make anything into a bit. She's 6'3" out of drag, so she said she's got them stems. I mean, 6'3" out of heels. Can you imagine? Like, depending on which day, like, how tall do I want to be today? Like, you know, you choose your heels like any drag queen would. But at 6'3" already, oh my God. You have to, like, duck to walk into every room as is. She's from New York. She used to play flag football and ice hockey. She's got more of a jockey kind of past. She said she admits she's auditioned for Drag Race, but more than I've had sex in my life. I don't believe that, but okay.
Well, I do. Some of these queens have been auditioning to
well, yeah, and that's another thing we need to mention that we didn't mention with each queen. Most of them, this is like at least their third try for the show. Some of them 5 times or more. I think the most, wasn't it like 6 times?
Yeah.
Something like that, 6 or 7.
I don't remember. They all get.
But I know a good portion of them that I noticed was the 3. It was like third time was the charm for them. They got on that third time. But they all talked about how they went back and watched their interviews and they tried to grow from that because they saw what they looked like and what they were, especially when they were young coming in. And the one, I believe it was Joey J. Yeah, Joey J, who said their first RuPaul audition, they knew they were not ready for it at all, but they wanted to see what the process was like, what you needed to do, where you needed to be. So it's smart too, if you think about it, because you can also meet people and make connections in that area and industry, you know, so that's smart. It's very smart. But yeah, all of these, and that's the thing with I noticed with this season is it seems like a season of second chances, and not, you know, specifically second chance, but you know what I'm saying? Just the way that that phrase goes. It seems like everybody's finally getting their time to shine, and we're going to see who's going to pull through.
Yeah, it seems like they have several of them that finally got their moment, but that's every season because it's gone on for so long, and all the drag queens in the communities do this. They audition year in year out, but they just kind of focused on it this time.
So speaking of, aren't we on to our last queen?
Last but not
I believe
least,
so.
we have.
Speaking of queen,
Utica Queen.
Is it Utica or Utica?
It's Utica.
Utica.
Don't know this one.
Utica Queen, yeah, because she got her name from the town that she lives in.
Oh, she lives in Utica. That's why I thought it was pronounced Utica, or she was from Utica. Okay, that makes sense. But she pronounces it Utica.
No, she pronounces it Utica.
Oh, she does pronounce it like the town. Okay. Gotcha. Now this, just looking at her and looking at her promo pic, this looks so Gigi to me, doesn't it?
Gigi good?
Like I see Gigi in this picture.
I didn't see her interview, so I can't say. Yeah.
No, not her interview. I'm just saying her promo image.
Oh.
Like not completely, but it's giving me a little bit of those Gigi Good vibes.
Okay.
Just my opinion.
Yeah, I gotta watch her interview. She's the one that I didn't see at all because I got distracted. So I don't have no impression.
Let's see. She cradles her body with spastic arms flailing about, barely able to contain her excitement. She says, "I'm really not. My brows make me look a little bit angry, but I'm really not." So she's funny, but I think she's going to be that slapstick kind of funny, but like old school slapstick kind of funny, not the over the top. Does that make sense? Like she's got an older style of comedy that she seems to enjoy. She explains she loves performing for children at libraries, brunches, anywhere that they will watch. She takes pride in a particularly disturbing number where she dresses as a human patchwork pincushion, sticks a giant spike through a yarn heart, and dies on stage. For the adults, mind you. For the adults, not the kids. So she says her shows are a typical show for her is very ethereal, full of wonder, and she tries her best to take people out of this world just for a few minutes and put them into her world, which is a mixture of super kooky and sometimes they're really spooky. She refers to herself as a conduit being. She's a Christian being, a tall being, a possesses, that's the way they wrote it, possesses special being skills. At various points during their conversation, she created an art installation on the stage to hold the audience by the balls and just standing there and delivering emotion and drama. So she's a drama queen, let's just say. And she's very much about the drama side of it. And I'm not talking about the shade drama. We're talking about the theater drama of it. So she seems very theatrical, very much a performer type of queen. She says she's a childlike queen. She caters to lots of kids. I do kids shows. I try to spread as much love and praise as much as I can. She was a camp counselor for a hot minute.
She sounds like Gigi. Anyway.
And she says, mind you, drag queens are some of the main creators of the magic in the LGBT community. So.
Oh yeah, of course.
And she said she deals with children because drag queens are much bitchier than children. Amen, sister. Although it depends on the kids. You can get some pretty mouthy kids sometimes.
And that is our 13 queens for the season.
That's all she wrote.
I was going to share something with you guys real quick here. I think, did I pull it up?
Hold on. Close.
No, not Yumi. But yeah, just the little 1 minute promo.
Yeah. That's good.
I figured that would be interesting to look at. So we will see that, and then that will wrap this up, and we will have let you meet the queens. All right. All right. Let's see. Little player. Hate these little bitty players. All right. Here we go.
In a world full of shade, we all shine through.
Bring in the Rue year with 13 new queens ready to rise to the runway.
When they go low, we go high. Congratulations.
These queens will break the mold
By spreading positivity,
No,
unity.
to become America's next drag superstar.
Ain't nobody gonna snatch this away from me.
Get ready for sickening lip syncs,
Sensational runaways.
new twists, and may the best queen
Win.
It's a brand new year, so which queen will rule 2021?
Ready or hot, here I come.
Leave hate in its hole. Share your truth.
And give them some more love. Because, girl, you cannot keep a good queen down.
RuPaul's Drag Race. New season brings in New Year's Day.
Oh, yeah.
VH1.
Uh-oh.
yeah, congratulations.
There we have it.
So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for this cast. I think one of the big themes here is inclusiveness and love. If you notice that, every single one of them had something to say about it. So, it's going to be interesting. Anything you guys want to add? Is he frozen?
I don't know.
We are Late Night Snacks. We have brought you guys season 13 of RuPaul's Drag Race Meet the Queens. We look forward to seeing you guys on New Year's Day for our coverage later that night of episode 1 of RuPaul's Drag Race season 13. We love you. We love you for being here. Be kind to yourself and be kind to someone else. Bye, guys.